Episode 11, The Email Show. In today's episode, are people really still using email? You are listening to episode number 11 of Mike Murphy Unplugged, Learn, Create, Move Forward. I am your host, Mike Murphy, a one-man band and technology junkie who loves to help people figure things out, and I am really excited to be here with you today. The goal of Mike Murphy Unplugged is to help you learn what you need to know in order to create online content so you can move forward in business and in life. So let's start today's show with a question of the week from Ask Mike Anything. And for those of you just tuning into the show for the first time, Ask Mike Anything is your chance to ask me what you want to know more about or where you're struggling in your online business. Just head on over to mikemurphy.co, leave me a question or a voicemail, and you might be featured on a future episode. Today's Ask Mike Anything comes from a very special listener of the show, retired head of the NFL Management Council, and the man smack dab in the middle of the 82 and 87 NFL strikes, Jack Donlin. Take it away, Jack.
Hey, Mike. I really enjoy your podcast. I learn a lot. It was interesting for me because I think the very first caller you had came from Framingham. That's a town I grew up in. Haven't been there in a while, but it was kind of fun hearing that. The reason I'm calling is my grandkids are telling me that email is done. You know, with texting and Twitter and Skype, that it's just passé. And recently I read something in a Time magazine that was similar. The content was similar. And so I was just asking, what's your take on that? I appreciate it. Thanks.
That's a great question, Jack, and it's a tricky topic today. The short answer is no. Email is not dead, and it is still more important than ever for online businesses. It is true, however, that the younger generation uses text messaging and Snapchat and Instagram to communicate way more than email, but email is still relevant. Will email be replaced in the future by cool startups such as Slack, who I think that's what you were referring to in that Time article? Slack is on a mission to replace email within organizations with more of an instant messaging platform, and they're having great success doing so. I love Slack, and I think it will ultimately replace email inside of organizations and teams for internal communications, but email is still going to have a place, at least for a little while, in my opinion. In today's episode, I'm going to share with you what is email marketing, what is the power of email marketing, how do you build an email list, and what tools do I use for email marketing. Let me just start off by asking you, what is the first thing you do every morning when you turn on your iPhone, your iPad, or your computer? Well, if you're like most people, or me, you check your email. Now think about it when you're out and about or you're at work. They say the average person looks down at their phone 150 times per day. I'm willing to bet that if there is an email notification message on your home screen or your splash screen, you're going to look at it. Love it or hate it, email marketing is alive and well, and if done right, it can be one of the best and most powerful tools to promote your brand, podcast, or services that you offer, provided you're putting effort into it and not sending spam and junk. Number 1, what is email marketing? For those of you not quite sure what I mean by email marketing, it is simply brands communicating with their clients or audience via email. And the most common form for small brands and one-man bands like myself is the email newsletter. Email marketing often has negative connotations, and many people think spam when they hear the term email marketing, but that's not always the case. It is true, some companies tend to send emails on the hour promoting their products. There's no shortage of spam that hits my inbox, but there are tons of emails that I get excited for, and I can't wait to read them. That is the type of email marketing that I'm talking about in this episode. When people see an email from Mike Murphy Co., I want my audience to know that I'm delivering value and giving them a reason to open it. That is not to say you can't promote something you do in your email newsletter. After all, it's called email marketing. Just a quick history lesson here. The CAN-SPAM Act, maybe you've heard of it. It was initiated by I think it was in 2003, because so many people were complaining about spam. The Can Spam Act mandates that companies put an unsubscribe option in all the emails sent to consumers. So if you receive an email from a company that does not give you the ability to unsubscribe or manage your email subscriptions, they are violating this act, and they can get in trouble for this. The sleazy companies try to hide the unsubscribe and make it nearly impossible to unsubscribe with all their doublespeak. I know you've all experienced this. If you get an email with no unsubscribe option, call them out on it. Tell them you're going to report them, and they will take you off their list, at least temporarily. I hate this practice of confusing people with unsubscribe or lightening the text or making it so small people can't read it. If someone wants to unsubscribe from your list, make it easy for them, period. Big bonus resource here, okay? Listen up. There's an awesome tool that you can find at unroll.me. That's UNROLL, unroll.me. Visit this website, create a free account, just put in your email address that you need to enter, and it'll return every newsletter that you're subscribed to and allow you to batch unsubscribe from them. It's amazingly fast and useful. You can thank me later for this tip, because once you try it out, you're going to be wowed by how good it is. It's also kind of fun to see the stuff that you signed up for and forgot about. So check out unroll.me and just make sure you keep MikeMurphy.co on those lists. Let's move on. Number 2, the power of email marketing. What are the benefits of using email marketing? There are many, but I want to touch on a few that can benefit one-man bands and entrepreneurs and podcasters. Building relationships is number 1. Email marketing is a great way to build trust with your audience as long as you deliver value. Email is much like podcasting in that even though you might be sending emails to many people at a time, you're still communicating on a very personal level. When I open some emails from brands or other businesses, the ones that impress me sound like they're talking to me directly. I know they have thousands of people on their list, but it sounds personal, and that is a powerful approach to email. When I listen to podcasts, it's very personal. The person on the mic is in my headphones, and if the message is good and they are communicating information of value, a relationship or bond is formed. I feel like I know them and I trust what they're telling me is accurate or helpful. Email marketing can be and should be used to build relationships and communication with your audience in a genuine and authentic way. When you get an email from a friend or a family member, don't you feel good? Put the same care in your email marketing and magical things can happen. Number 2, establishing authority. One of the best and most powerful uses of email marketing is delivering content. Send tips or tricks or useful articles or interesting hacks that will improve your audience's business or life, or maybe just put a smile on their face. Everything today is about delivering content and value, and email is a perfect method for this. If you're a photographer or a designer or a podcaster and you send your audience industry news or tips that will help someone in their business or save them the time of having to research things, you're both providing value and you're continuing to establish yourself as an authority in your industry or space. I sound like a broken record, but if everything you do is with the intention of providing useful and valuable content to your audience or clients, you will be leaps and bounds ahead of those who use email marketing for me, buy this, buy that. Always be giving, and it's going to come back and thank you. The third benefit of email marketing is sales and marketing, which is obvious, but necessary if you're a business that needs to generate income in order to support yourself. Using email marketing to promote yourself or generate sales for your product or course is necessary if you're a business. In order to stay in business, you need to generate revenue. Many one-man bands and freelancer-type entrepreneurs think of selling as sleazy, but if you want to stay in business, you have to do it. As long as you are not hitting your audience over the head and constantly asking them to buy stuff from you, email is a great way to generate sales as long as you're selling something of value and you think it's going to help them. The key is balance. Gary Vaynerchuk wrote a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. It explains the way to sell right. The jabs are giving away as much free content as you can, and then every so often ask for the sale. It's all about respect and common courtesy. Use email marketing in a way that you want to be treated. The email list. Listen to any successful personality, and one common theme you're going to hear over and over again is, I wish I'd started building my email list earlier. You may have a huge Twitter or social media following or lots of likes on Facebook, but email lists still rule the roost for most online businesses, and I urge you not to underestimate the value of building an email list. My list currently is tiny, but it is a priority for me. Know the names of the people on your list. Build a personal relationship through this list. Seth Godin calls this building your tribe. Your tribe will promote you in leaps and bounds if you continue to give them value and treat them right. Your email list is your brand's Rolodex and personal contact list. The people on your list want to learn from you and they want to hear from you. They chose to be on your list because your message is your voice connected with them somehow. And you got to cherish this connection and treat your email list with the utmost care. Back to my previous comment about email marketing being personal. Each time you hit send to your list, put yourself on the receiving end. Would you want to open that email and will it deliver value? So how do you build an email list? Well, the most effective way to build an email list is to have sign-up forms, which are better known as opt-in forms, in strategic locations on your website. Almost every good website has places for you to sign up for an email list or to learn more. When someone signs up for your email list, they are interested in you or your brand. Do not take this for granted. The best way to have someone take the time to fill in your opt-in form is by offering something of value, or what is commonly called a lead magnet. A lead magnet is an ebook or a guide or a resource page or a top 10 list that relates to your content and is something that people who visit your site want. Offer something of really high value and your email list will grow. Examples you see a lot of are top 10 ways to do something, top 10 ways to make videos or podcasts, or the secrets of email marketing, or you can offer mini video classes or anything people want. I'll give you something really awesome if you give me your email address. Again, don't take this for granted. It's a pretty awesome experience. There are tons of ways to build your email list, but lead magnets are the most common, and you can also include sign-up forms and social media links, guest blogging, etc. There's a service or a website called LeadPages. They're kind of the industry leader in these opt-in forms for placing them around the web. Very powerful stuff. It's about $400 a year for LeadPages, but if you are kind of taking your business to the next level, LeadPages is definitely something to check out. I'm not there yet, but it is a great service. I know quite a bit about LeadPages. Okay, and finally, the tools that I use. There's a lot of competition in the email marketing space, but I use Mailchimp. I love the simplicity and the design of Mailchimp. If you've ever listened to the uber famous podcast by NPR called Serial, Mailchimp is the company with that awesome ad in the beginning of Serial. Unimportant, but I think it's kind of cool. Mailchimp is free for the first 2,000 subscribers. Then you start paying after the 2,000 subscribers, which is quite a few people. As your list grows, the pricing on most email marketing tools skyrockets, and it can get pretty pricey, so beware. However, as your list grows, so should your revenue, or you are not using email marketing to its potential, or maybe you're just a hobbyist, and that's cool too. The big competitor to Mailchimp has always been AWeber, which online marketers love. I personally find AWeber kind of clunky and the design is ugly. I'm very intrigued in considering switching to Nathan Barry's ConvertKit, which is new and getting rave reviews by such online celebrities as Pat Flynn. I've seen demos of Pat using ConvertKit, and it's drop dead simple. It is extremely versatile. You can do a lot of stuff with the autoresponders. Autoresponders being just kind of setting things on autopilot. You know, you might get an email every week from somebody. You wonder how they do that. That's usually autoresponders that do that. ConvertKit looks to make that extremely simple. Mailchimp is not great in the autoresponder part. So as I do grow my list, switching to ConvertKit might be quite an option, but it is $30 a month right now. So as I'm building my list, and I kind of advise you to do the same, it might not be worth paying the money right up front. So Mailchimp is a great solution for me with that. On your website, you need a way to embed the sign-up list. Most email marketing tools offer a way to embed their email opt-in form on your website or blog. I'm not crazy about Mailchimp's embed code. I personally use Bloom by Elegant Themes. It's part of my Divi theme that I use. And I really like Bloom. You can really make nice opt-in forms. You can customize Mailchimps if you know how to use CSS code, or you can Google that. But they're straight out of the box, and embed code is a little ugly. But you do need to make sure that you get that email opt-in form placed all around, because that's going to make or break it. So just to recap, email marketing, it's simply the act of communicating with your clients or audience through an email newsletter or just plain text emails. That's it. The benefits, which are many, is building relationships and trust, establishing yourself as an authority, and ultimately marketing and spreading brand awareness and selling products and services. Your email list is made up of potential customers, and as long as you treat them with respect and give, they will buy stuff from you if you have something to sell. If they don't, that's okay. They're still loyal, and every bit is important. Even if somebody's not buying whatever you're selling right away, don't just be discouraged and don't treat them differently. It might not be time for them. They might be waiting, or whatever the case may be. Treat everybody with the same respect, and that's all you need to worry about. The best way to start building your email list, placing sign-up or opt-in forms on your website, and giving away something of value, or a lead magnet. Put thought and effort into your offer, and let people know the quality of your brand with a great lead magnet. The tool I use and recommend for sending email newsletters and building your email list is Mailchimp. I also suggest you looking into ConvertKit by Nathan Barry as another option. Mailchimp is free out of the gate, and if you want to ramp up slowly, Mailchimp is my recommendation. Finally, the placement of your opt-in form matters. It should be in multiple places on your website. Do a Google search for this. Derek Halpern is kind of the master of placing your email opt-ins. Pat Flynn does a great job with that. So there's plenty of resources out there for where to place your email opt-in. Building an email list and communicating through email is one of the most important parts of running an online business. The goal is not to accumulate as many people as you can. The goal is to build relationships with people who like and trust you and want to learn more from you. The number of people on your list does not matter. It's all about building quality connections for the long term. Every person on your list should be valued, and always treat your email list with the utmost respect and deliver as much value as possible. So, for all you listening to this episode, I really hope you're on my list. I will take care of you and provide you with as much great content and value as I can. So go sign up for my list at mikemurphy.co using the Bloom plugin by Elegant Themes, and in return, I will send you a great resource guide called the Unplugged Guide. In the guide, every week, you'll get an awesome newsletter delivered by my newsletter provider, Mailchimp. So sign up already. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a future episode. I thank you for joining me today. I hope you join my one-man band. Together, we can learn, create, and move forward. Cheers.